Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about Insight Zap. Insight Zap is a productivity layer developed by Dpro. It allows business users to enhance, automate, and distribute SAP data directly in production without coding. The solution includes several utilities, but today I'll focus on two of them: Insight Creator and Insight Publisher. Insight Creator allows you to enhance any SAP report by adding columns, charts, pivot tables, conditional formatting, and more, quickly and without development. Insight Publisher allows you to distribute SAP data in multiple file formats, such as Excel or HTML, through different delivery channels like email, SMS, or file download. Before diving into Insight Creator, I'll start with a standard SAP transaction, FBL1N, to show how this report looks in a typical SAP environment. I'll run the transaction, select a predefined variant, and execute it. This is a standard report showing vendor line items. In this case, it's displayed in the order list format rather than an ALV grid, but it's still a very common report. Now, let's see how we transform this standard report into an Insight Creator report. To do that, I'll run the transaction DPS/Rainbow ALV. It's important to mention that this is an ABAP certified solution, which means everything runs natively inside SAP. There are no external tools and no external installations. I'll click Create Variant, give it a short description, select the same report variant and layout, and choose to go through the selection screen. When I execute the report again, I get the same data, but now it's displayed as an ALV grid. At this point, nothing has changed visually. Same columns, same data, but now we're inside the Insight Creator environment. This is where the real value begins. From the top menu, I can add new objects such as columns, groupings, charts, variables, KPIs, conditional formatting, and pivot tables. Let's look at a simple example. In this report, we have a posting date column that shows the full document date. I want to extract just the month to make the data easier to categorize. In Excel, this would be simple. In SAP, it normally isn't. But with Insight Creator, it is. I'll click Columns, choose Create New Column, and select a formula column. Next, I select a predefined data element, rename it to Month, and confirm. This opens the Formula Builder. On the left, I see all existing columns. On the right, I see a large list of predefined functions. I'll select the DateGetMonth function, apply to the posting date, and confirm. And just like that, I have a new column showing the month extracted from the posting date. Next, let's create a conditional formatting rule. I want to highlight records where the amount in local currency exceeds a certain value. I'll create a new rule, define the condition, and set values above 20,000 to be highlighted in green. After confirming, the relevant records are highlighted immediately. I can toggle this rule on and off, or even filter the report by color using the advanced filter. Now, let's make this more dynamic by using a variable instead of a fixed number. I'll create a variable called threshold amount, set it as a user input with a default value of 0, and confirm. Then I'll update the conditional formatting rule to use this variable. Now, when I change the threshold value, for example to 30,000 or 400,000, the highlights update instantly. This turns static formatting into an interactive experience. To save time, I'll switch to another version of the same report that I prepared in advance. On the left, you can see a group hierarchy tree, where the data is grouped first by industry and then by vendor. Clicking on any group immediately filters the data. On the right, you can see several charts, created with just a few clicks. For example, here's a pie chart showing aggregated data. It's fully interactive, and I can drill into the underlying records directly from the chart. Next, let's look at pivot tables. This pivot table shows total net price by industry and month. Just like in Excel, I can drill down on any cell and immediately see the detailed records behind it, all inside SAP. Up to this point, I've shown analytical enhancements, but Insight Creator reports are not just analytical, they're operational. Because the report runs inside the ERP system, users can take action directly from the data. For example, I can add input columns that allow users to manually enter values, such as amount differences. These values are saved with the report and are available next time it's opened. Another example is collaboration through comments. If I notice suspicious records, I can highlight them, add a comment, and tag another user. The comment is stored in the report, and an automatic email notification is sent to the collaborator, including a direct link back to the relevant data. I can also share data directly from the report. I simply select the relevant data, click Send with Outlook, choose a file format, and confirm. Outlook opens automatically with the data attached, including charts and navigation links back to SAP. All I need to do is add a recipient and send. So far, everything has been shown in SAP GUI. Now, let's display the same report as an SAP UI5 Fiori application. I will select the report and click the SAP UI5 button. Within seconds, the report opens in the browser as a fully functional UI5 app. Any Insight Creator report can be displayed as a Fiori app out of the box without development. I could resize tables, rearrange elements, and customize the layout. Because it's built in UI5, it's fully responsive and works on desktop, tablet, and mobile. Now let's move on to Insight Publisher. Insight Publisher allows you to distribute SAP data in any file format using different delivery methods. I'll create a publisher from this Insight Creator report and select the source report, variant, and layout. Next, I'll choose a file format. For this demo, I'll use Excel. Then I'll choose the distribution method. Options include email, SMS, FTP, file download, and snapshot. Snapshot allows you to save historical versions of report data, but for now, I'll demonstrate email. I select the recipients, add a subject and message, enable attachments and navigation links, and save. The job is executed using SAP's standard job scheduling mechanism. Once it completes, I can view the outgoing email in Transaction SOST. The Excel attachments include all enhancements from Insight Creator, including conditional formatting and added columns. The navigation link takes me directly back into SAP. Finally, I'll show one more publisher capability. Instead of sending one file to one recipient, I can split the data dynamically. In this example, I'll split the report by vendor and define dynamic recipients accordingly. After scheduling and running the job, multiple emails are sent, one per vendor. Each recipient receives only their relevant data. This makes large-scale, secure distribution simple and automated. With Insight Zap, SAP data becomes truly usable. Reports turn into applications, insights turn into decisions, and distribution becomes fully automated, all inside SAP with no coding. Thank you for watching.